Well, welcome back. We have another animal in studio for another edition of Wild Wednesday.
We are learning about Dottie, the leopard gecko. We have education specialist from the Great Plains Zoo, Natalie Erickson, with us. Tell us all about Dottie.
Yeah, so Dottie is one of our leopard geckos, and she is one of the newest ambassadors we have at the zoo. So she's still getting used to going places. This is one of her first programs, so we're getting her used to traveling around, meeting new people. But leopard geckos are really cool lizards. They live in deserts in areas like Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. And one of my favorite things about them is, like all other reptiles, they do shed their skin, and when they shed it, they will eat it to hide it.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they get a bunch of extra nutrients from it, but also it keeps them safe, so if any predators are sniffing around, they're less likely to find them. And even though our geckos don't have predators, they still do it, so we never find their shed. It's always gone before we get there.
So neat.
Well, it's like a leopard. I mean, like leopard you'd see. But,
Yeah.
But how old is Dottie? How long
She is
do they
only
live?
2, so
Okay.
she's still pretty young, and average for them is going to be about 10 years.
Oh wow, that's a pretty long time. And my favorite feature, now that besides the shedding one, is the tail. If they get spooked, they can just drop it.
Yes, they can. So I had showed you guys earlier, there are all these different segments on her tail, so she can drop her tail at any one of those little segments.
Wow.
And her body will protect her, it'll curl around so that she doesn't lose a whole bunch of blood and keep her safe, but that
She's
way.
getting a little wild there.
So
We're
as
ready
I
to get up.
told you, she is still pretty new, and so she's getting used to being held. But that way, if a predator tries to eat them, they can drop their tail, the predator gets a little bit of food, but they get to keep their life.
And people have these as pets too. You see people getting
Yeah,
leopard
they
geckos.
do. They are a calmer lizard, but they do have very special care requirements. I know you talk about the bearded dragon.
Yeah, we have
that
a bearded
lives
dragon. So I've
in your
learned a little bit
house.
about lizards.
Yeah, so for them, they can't have it be humid. They need it to be nice and dry. And then with the food that they're eating, they're going to want all of those bugs. Things like crickets and mealworms are common food choices for them. So being able to find those and give those to them is very important.
I love that. And speaking of Wild Wednesday, you have now a Wild Wednesday at the zoo.
We do, yes. Tonight is our kickoff of Wild Wednesday, so we will be open until 7. So our last admission will be 6 p.m. And there's going to be a bunch of fun things happening. We'll have a giraffe feeding at 5. You do have to pay for that. It's $6 for a bundle of some food to give them. The cafe is going to be open for dinner. And you may get a chance to see our miniature horse rain dancer going on a walk.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
that sounds pretty great.
Now Dottie's calm again. So how big will Dottie get?
At this point, she's pretty full grown for a
so she's
female.
young,
Yeah,
so
if she was a male, maybe she'd be a little bit bigger, but she is also bigger compared to our other female leopard gecko. So just like with people, some are taller, some are shorter. Same happens with individual animals.
And not a lot of eggs they lay.
Not too many, no.
Okay. Well, I love meeting Dottie. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's looking me dead in the
She's
center of the
she's ready
face.
to take I'm ready to take a leap over here.
Yeah, she's very curious, checking everything out for sure.
Awesome.
All right, thanks for coming
Well,
in.
yeah, great to see you, Natalie.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
Well, stay with us. Fastcast is next.